Yet again, Governor Yahya Bello of Kogi State floors former Governor Idris Wada and Mr. James Faleke at the appeal court. Mr. Faleke disagrees with the court ruling. And the All Progressives Congress APC tells Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibrin to stop communicating over the alleged budget padding controversies. He's advised to allow internal party mechanisms to take its full course. That's our focus on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. And this is Politics Today live on Channels Television. We're reaching you from our global headquarters in Lagos. I'm Seun Okinbaloyewa. So much to talk about tonight on the program. From the latest coming in over the Kogi governorship tussle to the update on alleged padding saga. And of course, the new APC senator-elect from the southeast, something that may change the narrative happening in the politics of the National Assembly. But before we dive into all those issues, let's take a quick look at some of the top political stories we're following right now.
Political roundup on Channels Television. Here are your top political stories this time.
Peter Obi, a former governor of Anambra State. Some may call him Governor Willie Obiano's political godfather, but since he left office, the relationship between the two men has gone sour. In what some described as sheer humility, the governor reached out to the former governor asking him for forgiveness and peace. The governor publicly apologized to his predecessor, Mr. Peter Obi, asking him to forgive any wrong done to him. The governor, who is an old boy of Christ the King College, Onitsha, as well as his predecessor, makes the open plea during the burial mass of the school principal, Reverend Father Nicholas Tagbo. This happened in the presence of thousands of old boys of the school and a large number of priests.
I want to seize this opportunity of Father Tagbo being here to plead to my friend and brother, Governor Peter Obi, to forgive if there's anything I've done to him.
As many states of the Federation struggle to meet up their responsibilities to run their territory, a lot of them have begun to get creative on ways to generate more revenues. One of such states is Kaduna, where the government says it is working hard to diversify its resources of revenue rather than depending on federal allocation. But the governor gave an information that may cheer most people of the state, who says the state's monthly internally generated revenue has risen from 700 million naira to 1.628 billion naira starting from June this year. The state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, disclosed this at a sensitization workshop organized by Kaduna State Investment Promotion Agency for the state ministries, departments and agencies. The governor, who explains that the amount is the highest revenue ever generated in the history of the state, says his administration will not rest until the set target of 4 billion naira monthly is achieved.
If we achieve our target of generating 5 billion a month from taxes, then we don't need to go to federation accounts.
And in a similar vein, to the south-south, the Bayelsa state government is explaining its revenues and the facts behind the real figures it says it got from the federal allocation. The deputy governor, Mr. Jonah, at the forum in Yenagoa says the sum of 3,502,822,000 naira is the money available for spending from the FAAC and advised Bayelsans not to believe any other figure being circulated in some quarters of the state.
The money that was available to spend as government is 3,502,822,482 naira 66 kobo.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. Before we dive into a major topic of the day, let me bring you some of the stories that we are tracking for you, particularly the ones that are politically inclined. We've been talking about the alleged padding of the 2016 budget. Yet again, more development continue to come now and then. Let me give you an understanding of what happened today. In a letter that was made available to Channels Television, there is a letter that has been passed to Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin asking him to henceforth stop every communication on the matter where the party has intervened. The party wrote with a letter dated 4th August 2016 to Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin of the House of Representatives. The letter signed by Senator Lawa Shuaibu, the Deputy National Chairman North of the APC. A portion of the letter reads, it says, arising from the series of meetings we held with you over the subject matter, the National Working Committee had decided to request you to henceforth avoid issuing any public statement on this matter. This, however, includes statements through social media or other means of transmitting an opinion on the matter to the public, as the party is now looking into it towards finding possible solution. Well, they're asking for his cooperation in these. Remember that Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin, after submitting petitions against some of his colleagues, numbering about 12 of them, to the ICPC, EFCC, DSS, and the police, the party called him in for a meeting on Tuesday, and sitting with the party, it was somewhat a duel between himself and these very four principal officers of the House of Representatives, alleging that they padded the 2016 budget. Well, the party has now intervened on this matter. They've heard from him, and they also told Channels Television that they've heard from both sides. They've spoken to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara. Well, in all of this that is happening, some other people are speaking about this. Another chairman of a committee is speaking on this matter. Remember that we showed you an exclusive interview with Honorable Jibrin, where he bared it all here on Channels Television. But these are some of the other reactions we're getting right here on this matter. Take a listen.
It is God that exposed them, all of them. They are all birds of the same feathers. You understand? But this revelations now is very good for Nigerians. It's a progress, development for Nigerians, so that everybody should know what is happening or what has been happening over the years with their national budget. So today, Abdulmumin don't want to sink alone because they have been doing it together with the leadership. Even the Senate, it will get to them. They are all part of this party mess that we're talking about. But for us, we have been talking about this. Some of us from the Transparency Group met with Yakubu Dogara even before the issue of budget presentation.
Of course, we'll be following this situation, and look out on Channels Television. We'll be giving you more on these as the situation unfolds. But let's tell you that today, a scenario played out. The senator-elect of Imo, north of Imo State, Benjamin Uwajumogo, says he's not going into the Senate to take anyone's seat as is being speculated. The senator-elect was speaking at the national headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Abuja, after receiving his certificate of return. He dismissed views that as the only All Progressives Congress senator from the southeast geopolitical zone, he will be gunning for the position of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, which is presently occupied by the Senator Ike Ekweremadu of the People's Democratic Party. Let's hear from him.
These are mere speculations. You know, I'm grateful for this election. What has happened is that Igbos have proven for once that they can vote APC. In the last election in March in 2015, we had a sitting president, and then there were no elections. Those elections were characterized by violence, and the security agencies working against the opposition party then.
Benjamin Owajumogu, Senator-elect of Imo North Senatorial District. Well, we take a break now, and when we come back, things are playing out in the Kogi State as battle for the governorship seat continues. That's our next stop on the program. Join us again.